Hey guys, Genshin Impact fan dub here. I decided I wanted to do a nice and chill thing where we could just play some simulated universe and maybe just talk along the way, you know? But this does remind me of a story, actually. This was my last job, before I decided to become a world-famous mind influencer. It was 19-odd something, and I was 30 years old. Digimon was still one of my favorite shows, and still is. At the time, I was living in bustling New York, Brooklyn, running a plumbing business with my two best friends in the whole world. There was my buddy Mike Shez, a muscle-bound, gentle giant type of guy with a heart of gold. He made up both the muscle of the group and our emotional support. Our second companion was July 24th, an eccentric girl with eclectic interests in electric prisms and endemic species, emotionally complex, engrossed in her projects, humble in her wisdom, her intelligence and non-flex. And then, of course, there was me. Genshin Impact fan dub. One guy whose name was Genshin Impact fan dub. On a crisp spring morning, a letter from the princess of a far-off kingdom wound up on our desks. She had beautiful, silverish hair and complex, arranged clothing befitting of her royal nature, none of which we could see through her letter.
Hey guys, Princess Brenda from the Kingdom Bellatron here. We heard about your cool plumbing concept.
We had just invented the concept of plumbing a couple years ago.
We heard about your cool plumbing concept you invented a couple years ago, and we were very interested in incorporating it into our entire kingdom. Very cool, and happy truck month. Signed, Princess Brenda.
I thumbed the letter and flicked it back and forth, examining its sides after having read it. Dang, looks like we got our work cut out for us, Mike said, scratching his chin.
You can say that again. It's a whole kingdom, my friend,
July replied. Not once to ever turn down a job ever, no matter what, ever. We went over to our computer system. Computer, calculate the fastest plumber portal to the Bellatron kingdom. Absolutely, Genshin Impact fan dub. Suddenly, a green light emanated from the computer screen, pouring out onto us until it overtook the whole room. We were swept away into the stream of plumber cyberspace like napkins in a river. Our bodies were digitally reconstructed in a giant city, only rivaled in stature and magnitude by, say, Chicago. The stone masonry and brickwork roads with towering, decorated buildings seemed to pay us no mind as people and vehicles passed by like conveyor belts and moving parts in an engine. Guess we gotta try and find out where this Princess Brenda character is, Mike said, hands on his hips, taking in the sights of Bellatron. Wasting no time, we approach a building looming over the whole kingdom with an unmistakable air of glory and power. It turned out to be a Dick's Sporting Goods. Can I help you, athletes? See, for those that don't know, Dick's Sporting Goods employees are obligated to call their customers athletes. Yeah, we're here to see the Princess Brenda. She sent us a letter. We're representing the Genshin Impact fan dub. A plumbing company. Yes, right away, athletes. She's just over in our outdoor and camping gear section, the employee said, gesturing us towards an aisle of tents and lanterns.
Wow, she's so lucky to live in a Dick's Sporting Goods. Living like a noble surely should.
Princess Brenda turned to us.
Oh, hello, travelers. You are the talented plumbers I commissioned through letter, I presume?
Yeah, that'd be us. Genshin Impact fan dub. We make plumbing more like funning.
Oh, what a perfect and convincing slogan. I'm sure I'm making the right choice here, but you see...
A dark expression befell over Princess Brenda's face.
My mother, Queen Kokomo, is famous for blocking incredibly useful infrastructure concepts, especially advancements in nuclear energy.
Okay, well, this doesn't really have anything to do with nuclear energy.
And that's exactly why...
Brenda? Are these your new friends? And there she was, Queen Kokomo, decked out with tan shorts, a Hawaiian shirt, sunglasses still on while indoors, and a commemorative keychain for the theater premiere of the animated film Flushed Away.
Yes, these are my friends.
The princess looked at us with pleading eyes. We took pity on her.
And they've been talking to me about a brand new invention.
No, we don't need any new inventions. Dick's Sporting Goods employees, arrest these athletes! All of a sudden, the light of battle entered the workers' eyes, and they turned to us and encircled us. They pulled out batons and tasers, also guns. One of the workers swung a hiking pole down at us, but Mike blocked it and redirected the attack with his karate moves. July just starts throwing bombs around. Everyone's flying all over the place. "We're gonna need some kind of special finishing move to get out of here," Mike said. But I was all out of mana. Just when we started to think we might not make it out of this Dick's Sporting Goods alive, crash! All the glass in the whole building bursted open as time seemed to slow down, and a mysterious voice echoed from above the chaos.
"My finishing move, Sayonara Sunset."
The next thing you know, I was in a hospital.
"Nice to meet you.
I'm
I'm
Natasha,
Natasha,
an
an
underworld
underworld
doctor."
doctor."
An advertisement was playing on the TV above my head. "Where am I?" I said to no one in particular before readjusting myself to sit up straight. Aching, dull pain made my head feel like a sack of oranges. A sack of oranges that were having a bad day. I looked around, but there was no sign of my companions. I hope they're all right. I pulled out my gun and left the hospital. And who was that person that saved us? Sayonara Sunset, they said. In such a cool voice, too. My mind raced with possible ways this day could get any worse. Jeez. My mind is racing with possible ways this day could get any worse. Perhaps a bomb could make it worse? A mischievous elf kind of character named Sampo scurried out from behind a dumpster and threw a bomb directly at me, blowing me up and sending me flying away. I crashed through the sky at Mach 5, spiraling through the air like a rocket-powered screw, and landed directly into a field of discarded machinery. Gathering myself, I rose from the rubble and looked around, squinting through the pain. For as far as the eye can see, it was all machines lying in the cold, white snow. I used my hand to brush off one of them and read along its side. "Safe nuclear energy," it read. It sounded like quite the useful invention. No wonder it wound up here. I shivered. I needed to find shelter and someone to explain to me what the fricking heck was going on. I wandered for hours and minutes, moments and times. Sheer white icy winds blew past me and obscured my vision. I clung to my own shoulders, huddling against the cold, approaching a small dot of warm light glowing in the blizzard. I tempered the excitement and weighed the fear welling up within me. "Hello?" I called out. The light vanished. I stumbled, a lump of regret caught in my chest. "Hello?" Another plea for peace slipped out of my open jaw. Silence. Then, right beneath my nose, "Bye-bye!"
"Oh, whoops."
a tiny voice said. I looked down and saw a small girl who had just closed her clamshell Nintendo DS.
"Hi.
She waved at me.
My name's, Kayla, I guess."
She held up her handheld gaming apparatus.
"And this is my best friend in the whole world. I think I'd honestly rather die than tell you his name, though."
"What?" I said.
"Okay, it's Mr. Sugma."
"Huh?" I said.
"Are you lost?"
"Yeah, a little, I guess. I'm Genshin Impact fan dub."
"Oh, that explains everything. Listen, you can successfully bring plumbing to the Kingdom of Bellatron and defeat Queen Kokomo, but you're gonna have to settle it in the new Super Mario Bros. Versus mode."
Kayla held up her Nintendo DS again. I shook my head. "But I'm just a plumber, Kayla. What does plumbing have to do with Super Mario Brothers? How could I ever hope to defeat Queen Kokomo?" The girl frowned and looked down at the ground.
"We'll have to train you, I guess. I have a friend who's good at Mario games. Her name is Sally, and her special finishing move is Sayonara Sunset, in case you wanted some closure on that plotline before this episode ends."
Really? Could this Sally Sunset character properly train me in various Super Mario Bros. Video games in time to challenge Queen Kokomo? Would I ever develop a unique finishing move like the Path of the Trail Blaster? Anyway, that's all the time I've got for today, so yeah, just a little story from my life. I hope you guys like the series, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about, so make sure you subscribe though.